Want that. Special delivery. I need that. Special delivery. Welcome to the Special Delivery Damn Near Daily Podcast. I'm your host, Special, and this is episode 27 of the Special Delivery 30 Podcast Challenge, where I'm just trying to give you 30 podcasts in however long it takes. The Special Delivery podcasts are all about brand new music, whether it's episodes like this, where I sit down with an artist to talk about everything you don't know and should know about their latest project, or there's episodes where I highlight new music that's dropped in the past couple days. If you like that, make sure to hit that follow or subscribe button on whatever you're listening on. This episode is with Skipper, where we break down his latest project, Prezidential. We talk about everything from being more honest, cussing less, the people that he worked with, as well as the producers, the hardest song to make, the easiest song to make, and we even had fun breaking down who's in the HBK group chat. So let's get into it. Got Skipper in here. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm happy you're here. I want to talk all about Prezidential.
Let's do it.
Now, you call this like your personal introduction, but also like a presidential elevation. That's really like the level that you want to be, but also while you're introducing yourself, it's a presidential campaign. Like you're shaking the hands, kissing the baby, all that good stuff. And then Sand to the Beach, first track, I really feel like that really invites the listener in. And it really opens up. It's super honest. Mm-hmm. It's really like who you are, how you feel about things, no hook.
In the show for it. I motivate myself, I'm pushing and go forward. The game saturated with fools, it's no order. I'm giving y'all career high stats in 1 quarter. My future looking brighter than the summer down in Florida. You burning all your bridges, paint yourself into a corner. You showing all that attitude, no wonder they don't want you. Everything I've seen, doing everything I want to. I'm living my dreams, especially when they come true. The last of the era, niggas keep it 100. I'm 10 toes down, 100 miles and running.
What was the idea behind making that one?
Just what you said, just giving an introduction to me. It's like my first project and I've put out in about 2 years. So I kind of wanted to, my idea of it behind it was to just start from scratch and get people to give an introduction to me personally, like see why people rock with me and like what I bring to the table, why people rock with me out of the HBK game, what, like I said, what I bring to the table. And the whole concept of the song was just my observation and just speaking on where I'm at right now and speaking on what I see and how I feel about things.
Then we get into Don't Care, the Gucci's Big Cat LaFlare flow. I love that because I feel like people outside of the Bay Area may not know that like that still fucking goes out here.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's such an iconic song. Definitely. Why did you choose? You're like, I'm gonna do that flow.
I smoke like all day. She open like hallways. Up on a Tuesday, either Henny or Douce. Take her back to the crib and let's make it a movie. Bitch, ask about me. Got stacks around me. Got packs around me. I tax a small fee. My niggas are all G. My bitches are all key. I flip it like Hardy. I'm just getting started. I got it the hard way. She wrote me like Harley.
Man, it kind of just came to me. I was in a Sumate, that's I Am Sumate that beat. We made that at his house actually. I think it was like the day after my birthday, so September 16th last year. Yeah, we was just going over stuff, and kind of the flow just came to me, like just like out of just scatting over it. Just I was like, this kind of flow, kind of like I can fit this in this pocket. Sue was like, yeah, you should just try it, see what it do. And then I just came up with filling the words. I always like if I like interpolate someone else's like flow, I always like try to flip it in some kind of way to make it my own, so it's like not like a complete bite or anything, but something that you could recognize. You might be able to recognize it if you're like real music head. You can recognize where it's from, but it's still my own twist on it.
No, and I think you did a good job at really like making it your own, but like, people who know, they know.
Yes, I rock with Gucci like tough the long way, like.
And you mentioned that one was produced by MC. What were the other producers that you worked with on Prezidential?
We worked with this producer out of the East Coast called Montage. He did 2 songs. He did the intro, Sand to the Beach, and he did Fine by Me featuring Sue. We got High Def. He's a producer under AKA's Hey I Made This Beat. Like he has like a producer camp. He's one of his producers. He did Nah with featuring AKA. And then we have Traumatone. He did 2 songs. He did Realist in the Building and he did Money. And then on Man on the Moon we got, he keeps changing his name, but it's Ryan Timothy. It was Cuddy on the beat, but he changed it to Ryan Timothy. So yeah, he did Man on the Moon.
And we got to talk about Man on the Moon. I think that one might be one of my other favorites because it's so different and it really kind of like rounds the project out. Like it's very rounding. How did that song come together? Because you have YMTK on it.
Yeah.
Singing.
Baby, you out of this world. You know you are. Girl, you so out of this world. that you like it. Your body the perfect song, just waiting for me to write it. Know you've been through a lot, get therapy.
That song is actually like maybe like 2 years ago. I came up with the idea maybe like 2 years ago. I got the beat and I didn't know what to do with it. I was gonna put it on my project before called The Thrill. I was gonna put it didn't really fit. The mood of the song didn't really fit with the rest of that music, so I kind of was just sitting on it. I didn't know what I was gonna do with it. At first it was just me on it. I didn't have Murph on it yet, and I was trying to just think of, should I come up with a hook for this or should I get like somebody to sing? And I was like, I should get somebody to sing because I don't really have a good singer voice like that. But I was like, who would be a good like person that can take this to the next level? And I just happened to be bumping to Murph or whatever. I was like, man, I got this song. So I sent it to him. He was like, yeah, he actually played it in the car with his girl. His girl rock with it. He was like, yeah, I gotta do it. That's how that came together. And he sent everything back and I loved it. So I was like, yeah, this gotta go on this project. And it just, like you said, it just rounds it out perfectly.
Now, if someone has never heard your music before off of Presidential, what would you play for them?
It's a tie. I'll play Realest in the Building.
Pick it up slow. Gon' break it down for the realest niggas in the building. She only fucking if it's beneficial. If you ain't bringing in that money, then she show no interest. Cold rapper, so dapper when I'm.
And then I would play Post 2. That's kind of like the gist of like my attitude of like how I feel as far as where I'm at with the music.
Wanna be a team player, I can coach you. Fake niggas can't relate to what I go through. But I do it like I'm supposed to. Ay, still do it like
I feel like those two are like the best representations of what's going on.
And then for this project, Presidential, what song was the hardest to make?
They were all kind of pretty easy. I'd say this really was too hard to do. Maybe on Money, it was like I was trying to like find like what kind of mood I was like wanted to go with that beat, because I could go different. You can do different stuff with that. I kind of decided to end up going like a strip club like party like vibe to it.
Get your money, diamond sunny, water dripping, keep it pippin', never slipping, got my attention. What you gon' do with it? Don't act the fool with it. My gang up in this bitch, I got my crew with me. Real players give assist, cause I got too many. Let her rip the bong and later we
I'll say that was kind of like I had the most, that spit the most time on just like, and trying to make that song like be a poppin' song without being like too degrading or like cut too many cussing. On this project I tried to like really cut down on like the major vulgarity and still get my point across, because I'm kind of like a vulgar person just in my regular life, but I realized that I got a lot of young fans and a lot of people that like look up to me and like stuff like that. I kind of mentioned that on Sand to the Beach, just having like people with the young kids look up. I said that on Fine By Me as well. Just having like the kids just looking up to you and just looking at everything that you do. So I kind of like made like a conscious effort to like try to tone down as much as I could without changing the style.
No, I think that's super dope, and that's important because you do have a lot of younger fans, even too like older fans. Like, you know what I mean? Like sometimes you want to be able to play something for your grandma.
Right.
That
too.
Yeah, it goes all across the spectrum. Now, on the other side of it, was there a song that was easiest to make?
Definitely Realest in the Building. That was the easiest because me and John make songs like that. So like that was like nothing. Actually, I got the beat from Traumatone. A lot of this album I made at the house in my room. I made myself a little setup, a microphone and a little studio setup. So I just was like laying down ideas, and the hook for that just came instantly. As soon as the beat dropped, I was like, oh yeah, let's go. And then I just came up with it, and then I sent it in the group chat, in the HBK group chat, just to see how people how they felt about it. And then John was like, I'm on it instantly. That same day he told me to send it to him, and he got on it that same day. So yeah, that was like the easiest, I would say.
You don't have to answer this if you don't want to. The HBK group chat, who is in there? Because there's like 1 million members of HBK, so like who gets to be in the group chat?
Man, let me see. We got Cool John, Rossi, CJ, Asu, Pilo. We got D-Cam. He's a David Camarena. He's a video director. Got Garrick. He's another video director. Got David Ali, my guy David Ali. He's Kaylani's manager. Jay Ant. It is a lot of people in the chat. It's maybe
you can put that many people in.
Yeah, it's maybe like 12 people. Then we got like Pilo and like JR and Kuya. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty much everybody.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So it makes sense.
I think the only one that's not in the group chat is like Kaylani, because we be talking about a lot of crazy shit. I don't think she want to see that anyway. But
like David Ali is like her representation.
Yeah, right. So he's tapped in. She's tapped in for sure.
I love that. Anything else you want to tell the people about Prezidential?
Man, I just worked really hard on it, man. I appreciate all the love and support that's been getting it so far. I want to continue to just build on this momentum. Essentially, like I said, I'm essentially just starting over from scratch, trying to just build my personal fan base, and I feel like this is a good start. It's a good introduction to me, and it's gonna be a lot more things on the way, more music on the way. I'm trying to drop an EP like in the summertime. So yeah, but more music on the way. Skip for Prez, you dig?
Dope. Yay! Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
No problem. And thank you so much for checking out this episode. Like I said before, if you enjoyed it, make sure to hit that follow or subscribe button on whatever you're listening on, and reach out to me. Let me know what your favorite part was, or just say hi. I'm on Twitter at SpecialSays, or on Instagram it's at SpecialSays as well. Also wanted to take some time just to talk to you guys. A lot of people do housekeeping train of thought at the beginning of their podcast. I'm doing mine at the end. What I've been thinking about lately is just using our platforms for good. We all have these platforms, but what are we using them for? So I just wanted to make a conscious effort to use my platform for good. Something I've been thinking about a lot lately is an article I read from last year that talked about how 114 teens in Sacramento were murdered in the past 10 years. And 40% of those cases went unsolved. Now, this is super close to me because my brother Marlon passed away from gun violence in Sacramento. So, of course, he was on that list. But just that number is so high and so ridiculous. And especially those unsolved ones just hurt so bad. So I just wanted to encourage you to do what you can to stop senseless acts of gun violence. And interpret that however you want. Take that into your lives. Do what you want with it. But do what you can to stop senseless acts of gun violence. So this episode is dedicated to Marlon and the 113 teens who've passed away in Sacramento.